seriously, like plumbers, electricians, air conditioning. Those are next decade's millionaires for sure, because you can't replace those people with AI. Yes, it's different, but what's not different is unemployment going up over 10 potentially due to AI. And I actually think that's a real thing. And I'd be very surprised if we weren't there by the end of next year.
The other thing that you could see, though, is the government could just expand and create jobs, because I know that, I mean, a lot of these
Yep.
government jobs already are not needed. They're basically assistance programs as they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. That's, highways and dams and, projects like that. Again, but, I, again, like you have to get people that want to work, right? It was very different back then, there was a lot of really hard workers and people working with their hands. Though, by the way, those folks, they're going to be fine. Like seriously, like plumbers, electricians, air conditioning. Those are next decade's millionaires for sure, because you can't replace those people with AI.
Yeah, but the government also can create jobs that are a little more cushy. Like I know someone that works for the water department, and they go into work twice a week. And typically when they go into work, they're like touring the water stations, and they probably work, honestly, 15 hours a week, but they get paid for 40 hours, but they also get paid a low wage, like 55 grand a year, but they get benefits and like a small pension. And I kind of think that if they needed to, the government would expand those kind of jobs where they're giving you just enough to get by so that you can live somewhere and afford food. But at the end of the day, you're not like making a killing, but you also have an easy job and you're just doing a little bit of things that they need done, sort of, but could probably live without you. But it's basically assistance, but giving you some kind of job responsibility versus just giving you money.
Yeah, I guess possibly. To your point, I mean, the government's going to be in this weird situation where if they get more efficient and go AI, like a water, like I remember when they used to have a guy pull up in front of the house and go around the house and actually physically put right down on the water meter, right? And then it would go back and it would go in the system, and then you get your water bill. Now, of course, that's all electronic, right? And so all of those kinds of jobs are moving that way. They're all moving that way. They're more automated. And so what that means is less and less people. But whether or not that industry, that government, that department decides to employ those kinds of things and reduce their employment footprint, we will see.